Watching the headlines of this hour on VTV News. Vietnam-Indonesia relations move to comprehensive strategic partnership. Later on, Vietnamese AI startups to reach global consumers. And in our world news, Russia-UK diplomatic tension rises.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is currently 8 a.m. local time and you're tuning in to 30 minutes of VTV News. I'm Lin Lei with the latest updates. Now on Monday, Indonesian President and Chair of the Great Indonesia Movement Party, Prabowo Subianto, held a welcoming ceremony for Party General Secretary Tho Lum and his spouse on their state visit to Indonesia. Following the ceremony, the two leaders held talks.
This visit holds historical significance in bilateral relations between the two countries. It marks the first visit by a General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam to Indonesia in nearly 8 years, since 2017. The two leaders expressed their delight at the strong Vietnam-Indonesia friendship founded by two great leaders, President Ho Chi Minh and President Sukarno. Building on the solid achievements attained, both sides agreed to elevate Vietnam-Indonesia relations to a comprehensive strategic partnership. Vietnam is Indonesia's first comprehensive strategic partner within ASEAN, underscoring this as a historic milestone that ushers Vietnam-Indonesia relations into a new era of cooperation. This partnership will serve the interests of both nations while contributing to peace, development, and prosperity in ASEAN and internationally. General Secretary Tho Lum and President Prabowo Subianto agreed to further deepen political trust between the two countries by strengthening high-level exchanges. Both sides agreed to expand and enhance economic cooperation, striving to soon achieve a trade turnover of 18 billion USD. The two leaders also lauded the frequent coordination and mutual support between the countries at regional and international forums and organizations. They reaffirmed their commitment to closer cooperation within ASEAN, aiming to build a strong, united ASEAN that upholds its central role and strengthens internal solidarity.
Party General Secretary Tho Lum, his spouse, and a high-ranking Vietnamese delegation visited the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN Secretariat, in Jakarta, Indonesia on Monday. The party leader praised the ASEAN Secretariat's role in facilitating cooperation within ASEAN and between the bloc and its partners, and suggested the CPR and ASEAN Secretariat continue working closely with member countries to deliver on the ASEAN Community Vision 2025 and successfully implement the ASEAN Community Vision 2045 and strategic plans. The ASEAN Secretary-General, for his part, underscored Vietnam's important contributions to ASEAN and the ASEAN community, expressing his hopes that Vietnam will continue its leadership role in the bloc. The Central Steering Committee for the nationwide elimination of temporary and dilapidated housing held its third session, chaired by Prime Minister Pham, head of the committee. More in the following.
Prime Minister Pham commended the efforts of ministries, localities, and the entire political system in advancing the program to eliminate substandard houses. Reaffirming the goal of eliminating temporary and dilapidated housing nationwide by October 31, 2025, the government leader urged ministries, agencies, and local authorities to take full responsibility and proactively fulfill their assigned tasks. He called for nationwide mobilization, emphasizing collective contributions in funds, labor, and materials, with major cities supporting less developed areas. He also instructed the Ministry of Agriculture and Environment to lead and guide localities in allocating land for households facing housing difficulties.
People need land to settle. Many do not have land because their houses are too small or merely temporary and dilapidated. Land ownership requires documentation, which many families lack. If legal procedures are lacking, they must be established. All of this should be done in the spirit of mutual support and compassion to assist poor households.
The Prime Minister urged localities to swiftly review data, verify beneficiaries, and approve housing support needs by March 15 to maintain national progress. He directed the Ministry of Construction to expedite the design of housing models and recommend suitable materials for each region. Additionally, he called for stricter supervision, regular monitoring, and weekly media updates to highlight successful initiatives and encourage widespread participation.
National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn also presided over the National Assembly Standing Committee's 43rd session on Monday.
The National Assembly Standing Committee convened for 2.5 days to finalize 8 draft laws before submitting them to the 9th session of the National Assembly. During discussions on the revised special consumption tax law, the National Assembly Standing Committee proposed a taxation review of gasoline and standard capacity air conditioners, as these are essential goods. The committee also noted the need to carefully assess tax rates on tobacco, alcoholic beverages, sugary drinks, and pickup trucks used for cargo transport.
Enterprises are urging a well-planned roadmap for tax increases to ensure financial stability amid market difficulties. We must carefully consider tax adjustments to minimize negative impacts on raw material producing regions and supporting industries.
Regarding the revised corporate income tax law, the committee suggested stricter regulations to prevent tax evasion and proposes a uniform preferential tax rate of 10% for all press agencies instead of the current 10% for print media and 15% for electronic newspapers, television, and radio.
For example, Vietnam Television operates independently without state budget support while still being able to fulfill national duties. The current tax policy lacks fairness. They should not be subjected to a 15% tax rate, whereas print media is taxed at 10%.
The National Assembly Standing Committee also discussed the Product and Goods Quality and Railways Law.
The Ministry of Finance has just signed a declaration to activate the mechanism for exchanging CBC reports with partner countries, including all 27 European Union or EU member states. CBC reports are an important tool for tax authorities to assess transfer pricing risks and tax avoidance issues, thanks to detailed data on revenue, profits, income tax paid, tangible assets, and business activities of multinational corporations in each country. Vietnam has officially become the 107th signatory of this declaration. As such, the EU will not apply tax and non-tax defense measures against Vietnam, enhancing its international reputation and creating a favorable environment for business. As AI continues to transform various industries, Vietnamese startups are harnessing its potential to develop innovative solutions that address global challenges. These advancements enhance efficiency across multiple sectors and create opportunities for promising Vietnamese startups to expand internationally.
This AI-driven agri-tech startup was among 4 Asian projects featured in the 50 most innovative initiatives at the AI Action Summit in Paris this February. Its solution gained attention for optimizing agriculture and promoting sustainability, a critical global challenge.
Traditionally, farmers monitored plant health through visual observation. However, we focus on the soil. We promote a more sustainable environmental approach by preventing diseases rather than treating them.
Beyond improving their branding, addressing real global challenges with sustainable solutions lays a strong foundation for Vietnamese startups to expand internationally.
A lot of people have disease and all kind of problems nowadays with the health. That's why we as I work as a CTO and co-founder of an AI startup for healthcare called Connect. And there we focus on solving one of the problem is about communication between patients and medical staff.
Many challenges in Vietnam and worldwide remain unsolved, and AI offers powerful solutions. For instance, my US-based company is developing an AI tool that helps visually impaired individuals use computers and smartphones as easily as anyone else.
Breakthrough solutions to global issues have impressed ventures at major tech events, giving startups opportunities to expand their networks and go global.
I see many AI-related innovations across platforms, applications, and hardware. These technologies are highly trending, showing that startups are actively addressing AI challenges.
When we share about the ideas of our startup, when we deliver about the way that we are doing the business model, revenue model, and go-to-market strategy, we already got a lot of feedback and some kind of advice from top experts of the market. If we have more hands from the top leaders and the support from the VC and the investor, we'll have more chance to shine in the upcoming time, make for decentralized AI edge computing more accessible for everyone and every country.
Experts also emphasize the importance of researching target markets when expanding globally, ensuring AI solutions are tailored to each market's unique users and needs.
Coming up next on VTV News. Central Highlands communities contributes to the Great Spring Victory in national reunification. And later on, Vietnam promotes tourism through cinema. Welcome back to VTV News Live. Now on to other important updates. On the 50th anniversary of Southern Vietnam's liberation, Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân presided over the national flag ceremony at the Vietnam-Laos-Cambodia border marker in Phie Commune, Ngọc Hoi District, Kon Tum Province on Monday. The Vice President also visited and presented gifts to the officers and soldiers at the border guard station, customs at the Phie border gate, and the people of Phie Commune. She also visited the 24th Regiment, 10th Division, 34th Corps in Dak To District, a unit that has been honored twice by President Ho Chi Minh with the Flag of Courage and twice recognized by the party and state with the title of Hero of the People's Armed Forces. Additionally, the Vice President offered incense and paid tribute to the fallen soldiers at the Dak To Martyr Cemetery and the Dak To Tân Canh National Special Relic Site. "50 years ago, the pivotal battle to liberate Buôn Ma Thuột, the battle within the Central Highlands campaign, was won. This victory served as a starting gun, heralding the spring 1975 general offensive and uprising that completely liberated South Vietnam and reunified the country. Buôn Ma Thuot's liberation is greatly attributed to the ethnic communities in Central Highlands.
This woman carefully kept a flag celebrating the Buôn Ma Thuột liberation before presenting it to the museum. In late 1974, the finance department of the H4 district, now Krông Nung district, was assigned the difficult task of sewing many of these flags.
Before the liberation, officers regularly came to get flags. We sewed through the night by oil lamp. They secretly brought the fabric to us, wrapping it around themselves and putting it under the coffee trees. Then we came to bring it home.
The water pipes burst in the first few days, and the town was sweltering. Our political force mobilized workers to restore electricity and water. At that time, we mobilized the rice merchants to open their warehouses and distribute rice to the people.
Buôn Ma Thuot's liberation is highly attributed to the sacrifice of many local soldiers and party members. Iamadro village, with about 20 houses, had been repeatedly ravaged by bombs and bullets. But the villagers always protected the soldiers.
The officers went to persuade villagers not to support the enemy. The enemy was supposed to build a strategic hamlet there but failed. After the villagers went into the forest, the enemy burned the village.
Over the past 30 years, the ethnic community's enduring hardships and sacrifices significantly contributed to the liberation of the Central Highlands.
Last weekend in Hanoi, various activities were held featuring the implementation of 6 lessons that Angkor Ho taught the People's Public Security Forces. The Hoan Kiem Lake area featured martial arts performances by the forces, along with multi-sensory exhibitions and kiosks demonstrating digital application models. These events drew hundreds of thousands of locals and tourists.
The exhibition area, which was organized by the Police Department for Administrative Management of Social Order, showcased convenient solutions from Project Number 6. It included medical examination and treatment registration, public service registration, and various digital transformation model solutions. The AI camera section, designed for detecting and preventing street crimes, proved especially popular and drew significant attention.
I find this Vietnamese-made camera very useful. It makes facial detection and visualization incredibly straightforward.
Technology now enables people to live with greater security and safety. It provides peace of mind during their daily activities.
The multi-sensory exhibition room drew thousands of visitors, primarily young people.
I'm extremely proud of the public security forces. They show strong determination to fulfill their duties and ensure peace for the people.
The kiosks displaying solutions and utilities from Project 6 offer vivid, interactive experiences, helping visitors better understand the technologies and applications. This effort promotes digital transformation, and these models have been already implemented across many localities.
Since 2012, Laogai Province education sector has integrated local ethnic culture and history into school curricula. By weaving cultural identity into lessons and educational activities, they have developed a model of ethnic cultural schools that connects with local communities. This approach has proven especially effective in mountainous areas and among ethnic groups, enhancing both educational quality and cultural preservation.
This school educates Hmong ethnic students, with their community's cultural essence woven throughout the lessons. Students learn about the vibrant colors of traditional costumes and participate in lively folk games. The study corners feature natural, beautiful decorations with brocade paintings.
For preschool students, we mainly focus on preserving traditional clothing. Teachers encourage them to play folk games. We also ask artisans to come and share their knowledge of ethnic culture.
Women from the community actively participate in extracurricular activities. Parents beam with pride as they watch their children learn in this friendly, culturally rooted environment.
I always come to help with whatever programs the teachers have, such as teaching the children embroidery. Being here, sharing these experiences with them, makes me feel very happy and proud.
Cultural spaces in Highland schools have become more appealing through activities such as brocade embroidery lessons, bamboo stick dances, panpipe performances, shoy dances, and bamboo pole dancing. These cultural preservation efforts continue to expand, involving not just teachers and students, but the entire community.
Partnering with businesses is an effective way to preserve ethnic culture while also helping reduce street vending, which used to be a common issue in the locality.
Teaching students to recognize, appreciate, and cherish their ethnic culture fosters a deeper sense of responsibility. Through these meaningful activities, local education sectors are creating healthy, welcoming school environments that enhance educational quality.
The 9th Buôn Ma Thuột Coffee Festival, themed Buôn Ma Thuột, the destination for the world coffee, kicked off on Monday. The festival provides an exciting lineup of 17 key events with a focus on celebrating Vietnamese coffee and showcasing the city's position on the world coffee map. hundreds of coffee shops and businesses offers free coffee until March the 13th. It aims to promote Buôn Ma Thuot's high-quality coffee while giving visitors a taste of the Central Highlands' unique coffee culture. One of Vietnam's major tourism promotion campaigns in 2024 was showcasing the country in the U.S. as global filming destination under the banner Vietnam, the new destination for world cinema. The initiative has already yielded results, with Hollywood film crews selecting Vietnam as a backdrop for upcoming productions this year.
A major Hollywood production has chosen Vietnam as a filming location, after also scouting sites in Japan, South Korea, and Thailand. The selected destinations include Cat Ba and Ninh Binh. The production company behind this project is known for the globally acclaimed Throne series, which has significantly boosted tourism in countries like Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Morocco.
Vietnam, we found the perfect setting for our project, which primarily takes place at sea. The filming locations here are an excellent match for our vision.
The project also involves the producer of Kong, Skull Island, 2017, which was filmed in Ninh Binh, Quang Binh, and Quang Minh. The movie's breathtaking cinematography left a lasting impact, attracting international visitors to these locations for years.
We hope to create another successful film that showcases Vietnam's beauty through cinema.
The Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism has pledged to support Hollywood filmmakers.
We need to work closely together to attract not only this film project, but also many others from Hollywood and around the world. This will make Vietnam a global filmmaking hub and drive tourism growth to meet the Prime Minister's targets.
Cinema has become a powerful tool for tourism promotion worldwide. Leveraging this approach offers on-location marketing opportunities, helping Vietnam push towards its ambitious goal of attracting 22 to 23 million international visitors this year.
Coming up next in our world news, Russia-UK diplomatic tension rises. And later on, China and Iran and Russia hold joint naval drills. Now, moving over to our world news, diplomatic tensions between Russia and the UK continue to escalate after Moscow announced on Monday the expulsion of 2 British diplomats on charge of espionage. The Russian Foreign Ministry also summoned a representative of the British embassy over the allegations. According to the Russian Foreign Ministry's announcement, the 2 British embassy employees have 2 weeks to leave Russia. Previously, the Russian Federal Security Service, FSB, accused the 2 diplomats of providing false information when entering the country and participating in activities that endanger national security. Meanwhile, the British Foreign Office rejected the accusations, calling them baseless claims. The incident took place in the context of Russia-UK relations continuing to be tense since the outbreak of the conflict in Ukraine, with a series of sanctions and diplomatic confrontations between the 2 countries. China, Russia, and Iran began joint naval exercises in the Gulf of Oman on Sunday to enhance cooperation and boost mutual trust. The Security Belt 2025 exercise will last 5 days and operate out of the southern Iranian city of Chabahar. The training includes attacking targets at sea and coordinating search and rescue efforts. The Chinese Navy deployed a destroyer and a logistics ship to participate in the military exercise. Meanwhile, Russia sent the corvette Resky, the hero of the Russian Federation Eldar Tizenzapov, and the tanker Beteniga. Count Rice, including South Africa, Pakistan, and Oman, sent representatives to participate as observers. That is the 7th time the Security Belt joint exercise has been held. The Japanese government launched its first rice auction this year on Monday, a move aimed at stabilizing stable food prices. The first auction was to sell 150,000 tons of rice harvested in 2023 and 2024. The uneven price increase between regions has caused difficulties for consumers. At a supermarket in Hiroshima City, Rice prices have doubled, and each household is limited to buying a maximum of one 5 kilograms bag at a time. Meanwhile, a rice shop owner in Tokyo said that the high import costs have forced them to raise retail prices by 300 yen per kilogram, or about $2 per kilogram compared to last autumn. The new rice from the auction is expected to be distributed and available in supermarkets nationwide by the end of this month. Greenland, a self-governing territory of Denmark, will hold a parliamentary election on Tuesday. The election is in the global spotlight as U.S. President Donald Trump has declared his administration's intention to gain control over Greenland.
Greenland's relationship with Denmark and the U.S. is the top issue of the election campaign. Greenland's parliament has 5 political parties, and although all 5 support independence, the parties have different views on how and when this will be achieved.
We don't want to be Danes or Americans. We want to be Greenlandic. And, of course, the Greenlandic people will decide their future.
Greenland, home to a population of 57,000, was formerly a Danish island and was granted autonomy in 2009, including the right to declare independence from Denmark through a referendum. The island has vast, untapped minerals, oil, and natural gas reserves. However, Greenland's economy currently depends largely on fishing and annual subsidies from the Danish government. According to a recent survey, a majority of Greenlanders would vote for independence if a referendum were held now.
This election is important to the Greenlanders. It is an opportunity to be independent and to decide. I think we all should vote. People should decide who we elect and how we can be independent.
However, the poll also found that 45% would oppose independence if it negatively affected living standards, suggesting the path towards independence remains uncertain.
Up next is the weather forecast. And that is all that we have for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can visit our website or YouTube channel or download a mobile app VTVgo for more. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.